and tidy edited down video, but I have ways for you to make it faster. You can click that little gear on the YouTube settings right there on the video and adjust the playback speed, make me sound like a chipmunk, and it'll go a lot faster. You can also look and see if there's timestamps for this project in the description, and if you're on a desktop, you can hover over the time bar at the bottom of the screen and see if it's chunked up into chapters, and then that way you can go directly to the step you're looking for. And lastly, you can also tap on the screen on the right hand side of the video picture or on the left hand side to make the video jump ahead, forward or backward if you're on a mobile device. And you can adjust that amount in your settings so you can have complete control over how much it jumps. So if you are on a desktop, you can use the fast forward or the rewind, and that will make it go faster as well. You can also enable subtitles, and the little CC on the screen will enable closed captioning. That way, if I am a little bit harder to understand with that double playback speed, the subtitles might help you out. All right, well, I know that it's not a nice little edited video, but if you sew with me, we'll get there together and it'll be lots of fun. And now for the live stream. Happy sewing! Hello! Happy Thursday! I almost said Wednesday. It's Thursday. It's really throwing me off. We're a day off of our usual schedule. How's it going? Hi Randa. Hi Malin. Hi Raquel. How are you? I feel like, could this be a little brighter? I'm going to leave it for now because I think we're going to have all this paper on there. Hi Sue. Hi Margaret. Hi another Sue. I think Susan or Sue or any variation is got to be one of the most popular names that I encounter. All right, I know it's late summer, and probably Hearts is like, Saremy, why do you keep sewing these things out of season order? Like I sewed the was it flannel? No, it was a chambray shirt in July, the long sleeve one, but it was menswear month, right? So that was my pass there. This time we're doing a halter, kind of late in the summer. Maybe you're in the Southern Hemisphere, and so this is like dreams of halters are far off right now. But it's, let's see, I think it's 103 here right now, which is like, I think that's 39 Celsius. It's really hot. So I'm kind of excited about this, even though this is going to be for Hearts, and it'll live there first. I'm excited because I get to try it out and see how it fits me, and then maybe make one really quick. Put my water there. So how are you guys doing? Are you guys sewing? Are the kids back in school? Do you have your free time? I'm assuming you get free time when you are a stay-at-home parent, right? I mean, I know you're busy and stuff. I didn't do it that way, so I've always, like, I know people stay really busy because they do everything then. You put it really different. Exactly, Mullen, right? They can prepare. This is great under sweaters, too. Like, for me, I really like to wear sweaters, and they're just a little too warm in the winter here. Sometimes they're not. Sometimes they are. So this is kind of nice, sleeveless. I like sleeveless blouses under my knits, hand knits. I feel like though that, I don't know what it is about knitting patterns. For a long time, the necks were so big and it drove me crazy. And I just feel like there's so many knitting designers that just don't really know garment construction, you know. There's a plenty that do, and there's plenty that don't, you know? So I always was like, wait, why is this like way out here? It's a sweater. I want to be warm. I want it to go up here, and I want it to cover whatever I'm wearing underneath it, you know? So hi, Beverly. How's it going? Oh, you did, Mullen. Wow. Hi, Julie. It's sunny there. Okay, so this is the Hearts Fine Cotton in their Loden colorway. And then I picked out this really cool button. Look at this button. To go for the back closure. So this comes as a top and a dress. And if you, I don't know if you can see, but on this view, there's a little slit in the front. Oof. I don't know if I can get that to focus for you guys, but there's a slit in the front. You can either have a non-slit front or a slit front, and the slit front has a seam down the front as well. And I'm gonna also put a built-in bra. So, oh really, Raquel? See, now that's the other thing I'm seeing in knitwear design is they're really trying to address fit and sizing, but they're putting cup sizes on things, and unless it's really fitted, it doesn't really make a huge impact sometimes. Like, it's a lot of work for someone designing that when it's a stretchy thing. Like, I get cup sizes are important, but if it's oversized, you don't really need that, you know. But if it's shaped, yeah, that's great. To be fair, Custom Fit, which was started by Amy Herzog and now someone else bought it, that's all like cup sizes. I love the Custom Fit calculator. My only issue with it is, I swear, she must have like a 2-inch distance between her bust and waist. She doesn't look like that in person, but everything comes out really short-waisted, and I'm really short-waisted, so I always add like 4 inches to the length of all the things, even if I custom fit it. So, yeah. Only for 2 days. Hi, Sydney. How's it going? All right. Who? Amy Herzog? I've met her several times. She's not very short. She's my height. Not at all. That's what's crazy about her patterns is I've knit a few of her patterns before she had Custom Fit, and same thing. She likes bottom up. So it's, you know, you're kind of like, okay, where's this going to land on me? Where's the armhole going to be? But yeah. Oh, wow, Sydney. Yeah, someone told me that it was 105 in Oregon. They don't have air conditioning there. I was like, oh, that's terrible. It's hot here, which is, you know, whatever. I feel bad for the dogs because they don't get to go out as much or like go on as many walks because the ground is just too hot for them, you know, especially the pug. He's just so close to the ground. And, but it's not cooling off at night. And I really like the doors open. I went out last night to let them out before bed, and it was 85 degrees at 11:30 at night. It felt so weird to walk out and just get that blast of hot air. I was like, whoa, it's usually cooler out here. So, hi Lydia, welcome. How's it going? Did anyone make it to the pocket thing for Alice & Company yesterday? It was really fun. The presentation was so inspiring. The pockets that were, oh my gosh. And you know, they didn't even touch on like pockets that get into technical things like that I worked in with outerwear, you know, like self-draining pockets and pockets in your zipper at the center front. So, what? It was 109. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so it was really cool. Like, I was really inspired by a lot of the pockets. And there were a couple I was like, I have to make that. Like, I have to figure out how that pattern's done. They were just so unique. It was cool. All from history to present, and then like all this modern runway stuff. So, yeah, I hope you guys were there. There were over 100 people in the Zoom. It was the biggest it was the biggest live I've ever done. So, you missed it. It's well, it was a free event if you didn't buy the raffle ticket. So you can maybe there's if you can still sign up and watch the replay. They are really good about staying on time. Like, they are perfect. They're within 1 minute at the most, maybe 2. It's crazy. Hi Claire, how's it going? All right, well, let's get to it. All right, so my first question is dress or top? I think as a top, I would ask to keep this. I might not if it was a dress, because this fabric I feel like is it's great. I love this fabric. It's super like utilitarian feeling, you know? I just think that it won't be like this is so drapey. You know, these are both so drapey on her. This isn't as drapey. Maybe bias cut it would be great. I don't know if I have enough for a dress, but I'm kind of curious how it will fit as a dress. And I also don't think that it's going to be good for my hip tilt. I'd have to like adjust it for that. Oh, look at this. I love it. Dress, top, definitely. All right, let's do a poll. I should make the mods do this. Mullen, why doesn't, oh yeah, it does show you you're a mod. I forget it shows different in YouTube as in than in Twitch. Let's see, how do I do this? Start a poll. Let's see if I can, let's see here. I can customize this. Oh yeah, I can, okay. There we go. There's a poll in the chat. I do not for sure have enough for the dress. Sydney is here asking the important questions. So let's check it out. Here's this big old thread ball. I feel like it's enough. This fabric was earmarked for a different project that we didn't do for hearts. So let's see here. Here is the dress. Let's see. See, it's a lot of fabric. That's why I was like, maybe I should do a dress. Oh yeah, we have enough for a dress. Yeah. Hip tilt demo. For a dress like this, I can tissue fit it on my dress form maybe, and we can kind of look at some hip tilt options. You don't have very many. The poll results. It's like 50-50. Oh my goodness. How's it going, Allison? You guys just love doing this, don't you? I bet there's some people changing their vote just to make it that way, so I have to choose. 50-50. Let's see how many people have voted. No, I don't want to end it. 13 votes. I know, right, Sydney? Exactly. Or I could probably do another top. I could do another top. I could say, here, hearts, you have one and I have one. Twins. Hello, Felixana. Ooh, I love the name Felix. All right. So it's perfectly 50-50. Come on, you guys. There is an even number of people in chat though, so if everybody voted, it could still be 50-50. It's still an even number. Let's see, let me do this viewer count on here. Oops, what did I just do? There we go. Did I just click? Okay. 25. Ooh, we have an odd number on screen. On my concurrent viewers, it's 24. Come on, you guys need to vote 50-50. All right, well, let's put it on the dress form and let's just check it out. I didn't check this. Can you guys hear me okay here? Let's check it out. This is my sleeveless camp shirt that I drafted recently, but it shrank a little bit more, so it's a little tight across right here. Were you guys there for this? This is a guild thing, isn't it? I did this in the guild. All right, so here's the back. And let's find the armhole. I'm doing the size 14. It is 8. Wait, what the heck? The sizes aren't marked. What? Oh, there they are. Oh my gosh, they are so tiny. Okay, let me get this on here. I'm going to assume that that's about in the right spot there. And then we'll see how it is on the old hip tilt. Because this is a really good example of a dress that wouldn't be very compatible with it. So here's my side seam. It's this one here. And let's cut into that, and then we can release this here. It's not gonna, obviously it's not gonna be pinned to my side seam, but you can see, look at that, there it is. There's the hip tilt issue. See that? It is big enough around in the hips though, so if it was hanging loose, it could be totally fine. As long as it's big enough in the hips, it can hang free. So when the fullness is added to the side seam like this one is, I don't know if you can really even see it, but the line goes out, right? Then sometimes what happens is it pushes the fabric, which line am I on? I'm on this one here. It can push the fabric kind of funny, you know? Because there's no shaping seams here, and there's no shaping seam in the center back. So instead of the fullness of the bottom of your skirt or dress being only added to the side seams, if you can add it to the center back also, it will distribute the fullness around the perimeter and not push it to the sides, making it hang kind of funny. So it is big enough around. We can try it. I just think like my back is really scooped in right here, right? And it's gonna sit away. So, you know, it can get hung up in my lower back. That's what I worry about. So you gotta pick a hip size large enough if you have a hip tilt or a sway back or something like that, some similar issue like that. And I can draw a picture too. Well, do I need to draw a picture? In other words, there's not a whole lot we can do because there are no seams, there's no darts, right? There is some gentle shaping back here though, I just noticed it. So if I put this on the table on the line, you can see it right here. So that's great. With the back, yeah, this one's not on the fold either. This is not on the fold. So this is actually potentially a really good one for me. I didn't notice that it wasn't on the fold, but it's not. Yeah. The Reynolds is pretty good for me. It's actually pretty good. I can't remember if I fit that or not, but I don't think I did. I fit the top because I had to change the strap and dart placement, and then I made the dress. So when you have a hip tilt, what happens is you need to take out fabric right here, right? If your pattern's on the fold, you can't do that because you have an angle here now, right? And so now you can't put this piece on the fold. So I see some really complicated ways of addressing this sometimes that deal with the top of your garment. And I personally don't recommend those because I've lived with this issue all of my life, and there's really only like two guaranteed ways to help this. One is making sure the hip area is big enough so that it isn't going to get caught in your lower back, right? If this area here in your hips is too tight, it'll pool, the fabric will pool right here because then it can't release, right? And you already have this issue where the fabric wants to do that anyway. So the other issue or the other solution is making it short enough to where it doesn't touch your hip at all. Like you're ending the top above that fullest area. And then that way this area right here is really shapeable. It's not having to hang away from the body really quickly down here. So people with a hip tilt often also have like a higher butt area here, and that's why sometimes they may not have like the largest hip circumference, but across the back it seems like their hip is bigger, and it's just because, you know, you're tilting and your hip is coming up, right? You get a little shelf back there. The molded back, which is like a center back seam, is also a really great way to deal with the hip tilt, because then you can get some shaping in here and flare out really suddenly, giving your hip more space. Because what happens is you're usually just really small across the back here and it's really short. It's very rare that you get to deal with this the best way, which is a seam right here. So if you have a dress, and say the dress ends at your hip, your high hip there, or your waist there, like where the hip tilt issue is happening, that's awesome, because then you can shorten the, you know, if this was your waistline, your seam of your waist, and you have all this extra fabric here, all these like horizontal wrinkles sitting there, that's a length issue. So horizontal wrinkles are always going to mean that it's a length issue and you have too much excess and you need to get rid of it, right? So when you pinch it out, you can still keep your back on the fold if you can go like this, right? You can pinch that out and still get this on a right angle, and same with here, you could pinch it out here, get a right angle, and then you've gotten rid of this whole area right here, giving yourself like a sideways dart across the lower back. So that's the most ideal thing if you have this issue, is a horizontal seam. But these garments that don't have like the easy breezy, you know, like, oh, this will be so cute, it looks so cute on the person. Anybody with a hip tilt knows this is just a pooling disaster. And what happens is the skirt, when you look at the side view of this person, this is what it will look like. It'll go up in the back. So this is their front and this is their back. What happens is all the fabric, it pools right here, and their back skirt lifts up in the back, like significantly. And it looks a little bit like, I just think of like a bell, ding, 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 you know? I just think like, then they look like a bell. So, you know, if this was down here like that, that's what it would do, like that. So that is that excess fabric, and it's like, wait, I have all this fabric. Why is, if this is loose, why is it tight? And it's just because your high hip here, it needs to be relaxed. So the solution is, right, if you make this big enough to go graze across the hip, you've just made your dress so much bigger back here to go across that high hip there. And you have this big gap between your dress and you. And none of us really like that. We're like, hey, you know, this is like one of my flattering areas. I can pinch this in, or whatever you want to, whatever way you look at it. You can do vertical darts, but it doesn't get rid of the length. So that's why I say, you know, molded back is really the only way when you have a seam, because you can really, you can shorten it right here and then carve it out. So, all right, that's my hip tilt lecture. Where do we end at? Okay, I'm ending the poll and you guys are going for top. Fine. No, I'm fine with the top. I think the top is a really great experiment too. So I'm gonna just cut the top off so that we are only dealing with that. And this pattern has, speaking of cup sizes, it also has cup sizes. And so I picked the cup size that I wanted. It went up to, I think it was C and D. Don't quote me on that. You tape it to the lower portion. And now I'm just going to cut off the skirt. And we're going to add a bra to this. My face shows okay because of that. No, I'm actually fine with that, because I like part of me wants to do the dress because I want to know how it fits, but tissue fitting it gives me an idea, and the top is going to give me a even better idea with lower risk, you know. So let's put these away. And if some of you were here when I drafted a camisole using your t-shirt pattern, which is a YouTube tutorial that we did, ooh, I feel like it was in March. So if you have a t-shirt or a t-shirt pattern, either way, I showed you how to draft a knit camisole, and I also showed you how to do a bra. And so I'm gonna take that bra from that right here. So here's my front, because these things never work for me. The bra is always really too short, but this one does, and it fits great on me. I'm really happy with it. And I think I'm gonna do the full bra across the thing, because it's kind of too risky to only do it in the front. And we're just gonna see if we can make this pattern piece into something that'll work for us for this. Oops. Should we do the view with a little V in the front or not? What do you guys think? This is so confusing. This is the back and this is the front. And usually, you know me, I always like the back like this. This is how I always like patterns. This is how you're trained. Front, back. You can't read it, so that's how we'll do it. This is the front, this is the back. So we have the one with the little slit in the front. I feel like that breaks up that whole expanse here with the halter. So that's why I was kind of leaning toward that. There's some shaping here, which is really interesting that does that there. That's so interesting. I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, I can. Wait, okay. So here's the photo. She's got the view here without the slit. And then there's a little tiny V below that neckband. It's shown in this dress picture. Sorry, you can't see it very good. Let me pull up the pattern for you guys and you can go and look at it. Because I just had it up. I thought I still had it up. I'm getting the town in, I think it's Spain. Here we go. Yeah, I like that little detail too. Here you go. There's a link to it. So if you look at the cream one, that has a triangle. It's much bigger when you see it in person. Ooh, her sewing on that is... I don't know if they know you can zoom in that far. Okay. Yeah, I think that's cute too. This is so interesting. Is this interesting to you guys? I've seen this shape before for adding for the bust, and it makes me kind of want to explore that because, look, why not add a dart? You know? Because won't this just like, oh yeah, right, Sydney? I think that's why I'm picking the V. I like halters, but I don't like them when they pull on my neck, you know? We don't like that. All right, okay, so the thing about this camisole pattern is that obviously these were little elastic straps, so I don't have the full shoulder, but we can look at this at the armhole here, and this was for knit as well. So as long as my armhole matches, so what we could do is we could fill in this whole amount. We could just copy this pattern piece actually. This is so weird. Yeah. Your dress pattern from in-house is the same. Like my boob's here. It's not under my armpit. I'm just thinking, like, doesn't that make a little, like, poof there? Right? Doesn't that make, like, a little bump there? It's woven. You could probably do this in knit, though. I think you could easily do this in knit with hardly any adjustments. That bum reminded me of Sandra Bettina's jersey dress she had. You ease that part. Right, you ease it to the side seam. Maybe you do that on here. Yeah, let's look at that. Let's cut off my size here so we can see it. Yeah, that's probably what it is. Because it does look like the side seam could be different. So if we were to match those double notches there and then try and make it up here. No, they match. Huh. Okay. I'm a little suspicious, but I've been proven wrong all the time. There's lots of ways to do things. I mean, you know, I can always make the pattern fit me later, right? I guess I should just trace it off. I do feel like sometimes that's kind of biting me in the butt when I want to, like, do a demonstration of a different size. I was on my way to get paper and then I didn't do it. So sorry, it's gonna be loud for a second while I cut some paper off and we'll make a interior bra. There we go. So glad I just bought a little roll of dot paper. Look at that, I'm cutting. My thumb is still super funky, but I could cut that. That was great. All right. Yeah, I'm not really... Okay, so when I do an interior bra like this, not that I've done this a ton of times, but the only thing you need is for the bra to line up to the neckline and armhole. It can hang free at the side seam. It can be a separate entity when it gets to the side seam. And then that way we don't have to worry about this right here. We just need to worry about the shape that it is. So as long as I get this bra to match that, we're in pretty good shape. So let's cut this out, and we're gonna do the view B cut line. And I'm doing size 14, which seems kind of small, but I'm going by the size chart. It's this one. There's no size written on this armhole, so I already cut off the top and the bottom. So let's hope it is. Okay. Now this is the view B cut line, and that's the view A because you would cut that on the fold. And so that means this seam allowance is a 1/2 inch. All right. It's okay. I don't want to bend it right now. It hurts too much. That's as far as I can go. That's pretty, like, holding scissors. I guess these would be probably okay, but like my big ones, like this, I can't do that. I can't put anything right here. Yeah, it's I thought this would take a long time to fix, but he said usually 3 to 4 weeks, and I was like, oh yeah, we're getting past that. So I don't know. Center front, that's seamless. I'm just doing that so I know that it's not on the fold. I could probably make this on the fold, but we'll just keep this nice and simple. Now, here's my bra, and I'm really just concerned about getting the right depth here. So this is my center seam right here. Let me make it darker so you can see it. That's the fold right there. So I'm gonna get that parallel to center front. Right there. I looked for someone said there's a tutorial for adding the bra, so I wanted to look at it to, you know, to see what they said, and I couldn't find it. So if anyone knows where it's at and you want to share, I can pull it up in the chat too. I don't mind sharing someone else's tutorial. Maybe someone else did it, not Oliver and Des. Maybe that's why I didn't find it. But I went through their blog and I couldn't find it. So this is my Sintra front bra. So I'm going to include this in the seam here and treat it as one, except here I'll put the side seam in, get it into the armhole, and then down here will be elastic. So I think I'm going to add just a tiny bit of depth, because right now mine's like perfect, and I think that I would like a little more room. I wore my camisole yesterday, and I actually went out and wore one out in public. I was so self-conscious, but my husband said it was fine. I don't know if I trust him for everything, but you know, on matters like that. So this back is not on the fold. I'm going to put my back bra though on the fold. So, where's my 14? Here's my 14. So this is my version of tracing off a copy. Sorry, Sydney. And then I'm going to trace off this center back like that. Oh, am I going to put this on the fold? The complication with adding this bra, it comes with the fact that there is the slit in the front and the slit in the back. So we might not put this on the fold. Here's my back bra. And I'm assuming this is the center back here, yep. Because I tried to make it kind of shallow. This is a lot of bra, to be honest. Like, meaning it's a lot of fabric up here. You know, like if you're trying to stay nice and cool, you might feel a little bit like, do I really need to do all this for a bra? It's up to you. I'm going to add the 1/2 inch over here, but we'll blend it in. We're just trying to match that side seam because I added the 1/2 inch. All right, so that's my bra. So again, if you're curious about creating this, you can probably skip to that part of the camisole video and how I did it. It's not hard at all. The unique thing about doing this for yourself is that you can fit it to you. 3/4 inch by 38 inches. Let's write that down. We need that. Another idea for a bra I was thinking, if you wanted to like play around with it, because I know for me, having separation is really nice, And you could play around with making your bra more like a wrap style where you could come down like this, right? Extend a little bit here, notch your center, overlap the two, you know, when they come to the center band, right? That's that notch right there. And then don't attach these to one another. You can even put a little bit of elastic in this edge to kind of grip, and then you would have two separate cups, but it wouldn't be as defined or structured as cups. I love that idea right there, you know. And it might be a little cooler under there. All right, let's cut. Let's do it. When I have a sharp Sharpie, all I want to do is use it. I don't want to do anything else. I could probably make 3 tops with the amount of fabric I have. So this is their Loden color. It's really pretty. It's a really pretty olive green. In person, it's got the right amount of yellow in it, but it still has that cool aspect. Hi, Hannah, how's it going? Watermelon. Oh my gosh, you guys. If you're like, I really want to give watermelon another try, this summer I'm going to do that, and you haven't done it, now is the time. Prime watermelon. It is so good. Oh my gosh, it's been so good. Raquel, oh, is that a question? With bra, and without opening. Wait, what? Is that a question? With bra, and without opening. I don't know the question. 8. Oh, wait. There we go. To the grain line. I want it right here. There we go. Oh, exactly. That's so true. I'm putting this way over there so I have this nice, this is the fold, so I have this nice big piece right here. And we're going to go for it, but I don't know which one the 14. This little dot here is making me nervous. I've already cut this on the line. I don't have to figure it out. I think that once I make this, I'm going to try and, if I really like this, because I think I'm going to cut this out of a rayon, and I might make a dress. And I have this kind of crazy fabric that I really love, but now I'm like, what was I thinking when I bought this much of this fabric? It's this, this fabric. It's not crazy. I shouldn't have said crazy. It's just really pretty. I love it. But it's a really big print. But don't you think this would be a really great dress in this halter? Yeah, I've had it for a bit, so it's time to use it. I also have this, I think this fabric, or this pattern is going to be great for a lot of this. I have this fly, fishing fly. I think that'd be really cute. This is a stretch poplin though. So maybe I need to make another bluet dress because I love that dress. All right, so we'll do this notch so we know this is our back. And then let's mark this little drill here. I'm just gonna do a little notch here. And this one is right here. I'm not sure what this notch is for. It looks like it's the juncture of the seam line. That's why I'm like, not sure if I really needed that. Yeah, right, Sydney? And I think when it's like halter style, it's not as much to take in, right? Because there's no sleeves. All right. That's the back. Back. And we have the front. We have the neckband as well. There's not a lot of pattern pieces. Probably should have ironed these. All right. Almost 11. Where'd the grain line go? Did I say almost 11 like that? That's not. Let's move it over a little bit. 11 1/4. So are you guys all like, are all your kiddos back in school now? Do you have more sewing time? Oh, is it harder? Because now you're gonna have like shuttling and lunch making and like taking them to practice and stuff. Or are you trying to squeeze in like one more summer sew or winter sew? Australia and places like that in the Southern Hemisphere, you all are on the same like school schedule, right? So is your back to school happening now as well? And you've done 0 sewing. Well, sometimes you just need to enjoy that, being home without a kiddo. Because I feel like that always happened to me too. All right. This one is if you cut view A, but I'm going to do view B, which has a little V in the front. How you doing, Martina? This one here at 14 and 14. These are the same, basically the same things right here. The last school kid is back in school, but he takes care of himself. Yeah. No more or less. Oh, okay. Makes sense. I know exactly what you mean. It's interesting because I was thinking like if places in the Southern Hemisphere have back to school right now, and for some reason I feel like that's the case, right? Am I wrong about that? Because in the United States, and I'm sure that's the same in other countries, we probably modeled it after other countries. The reason our school system is this way, where we start, you know, at the end of summer and go towards the beginning of summer, is because of the agricultural. They do. Okay, that makes sense, Mullen. Yeah, because of the agricultural schedule, when people needed to be home to help work in the fields and stuff like that. And I was like, well, that wouldn't make sense for Australia. I don't think I have enough for either of my bras here. Maybe if I cut, you know, one. Oh yeah, I can do that. So the center piece won't go to waste. It was never going to go to waste anyway. Just trying to conserve my fabric so I can make 12 Sintras out of this. Okay, I'm just not going to get. I was trying there. Let's I will have to, Julie, because straps would show otherwise, I think. So that's why I wanted to add it, is so that I have something when I'm wearing the halter. Just putting that fold on top of the other fold so that I can kind of stay on grain. I forgot to put a grain line on this. if you do this raw, one thing I thought about is you could probably, I'm cutting along this edge though, right? Yeah. You could probably put your front and your back on the fold and then use this to clean finish the slit. It's just an idea, but I think that that would be easy. All right, and we just have the back, and we also have the facings. Not facings, I'm sorry, the neckband. We have the neckband and we have some bias. So our other pieces are right here. No, right here. Ooh. We have a piece of bias, probably two. And these right here, this is very kind how this company did this. So there's multiples of this exact same piece in the pattern packet, because what they did was they made it easier for you to cut by separating out the sizes. So this one is 2, 6, 10, 14, and 18. And the other one is the other sizes. So that's nice. I love that, you know. More people need to do that. All right. Let's get this on the green. I can pull this over a little more. Use a little bit less. 11 3/4. I'm always shocked at how different it is. I'm like, oh, I got that on just on that time. Nope. 1/2 inch different. Kind of want to do this. It leaves a bigger piece right here, you know. Not sure how I'm going to sew this yet, but I'm not worried about it. So there's a neckband around the top, and that's going to finish your neck edge where the gathers go up into the band there. And then along the armhole, you finish it with binding. All right. Let's get some of these little facing pieces out of the way. We need, oh, these are the neck bands. Oh my gosh, if I could just please stop calling these the facings, you know. 1, 2. Anyone already thinking about like Halloween? I've never really think that far in advance. I did more so, like, it took me like years as my business to do that. But I would get a little better about it. We would always cut it short though. I really hate it when people do Halloween things and they give it to you like the week of Halloween. I'm like, I don't want to have this after Halloween. I want to enjoy it before Halloween when I'm in the mood, you know? Like those, like, you know, like when people have like, I don't know, kits and things like that to make something. You got to sell that stuff in May, you know? All right. Let's see here. These little dots are going to give you your little space. We'll just keep this little guy with us. I'm just trying to keep the conversation going, Julie. Yeah, I know, right? There's already stuff being sold. Come on, Julie, you're behind. It's not me, it's you. It keeps autocorrecting you. It's okay. Trust me, with a name as weird as mine, you just don't worry about it. I used to get really upset with people mispronouncing my name or something. And then I just stopped, and it was great. And it was more when I was younger that it bugged me. But I think it was because of that babysitter I told you about that did it intentionally. It really hurt me. But I have known people that really get upset about it. I look at it like, if you know someone and you have seen this person for years, you know, and they just still won't get your name right, they're doing it, it's disrespectful, and they're doing it somewhat intentionally. Even if they just think it's cute that they do that, you know. We know those people. Okay, we'll keep those. All right, let's do some, let's do our bias. And we can, let's see. I just need to cut elastic for the bra, that's it. You know, you could also do your bra in a different fabric. You would save a little fabric too. You could do it maybe in a lining or something, or maybe you could do it in a knit. Do I recommend doing it in a knit? Maybe not. Maybe if you had like a comfortable mesh, you know, something that's going to kind of keep you cool, and the fabric on top is going to glide over the bra fabric. I don't think using most knits would be great for that, because knits are kind of grabby. Look at this nice big piece of fabric I have. I don't want to use the binding. I don't want to cut binding out. Maybe we should do a contrast binding on the inside. Should we do that? Let's think about that. We need 2 pieces of this. It's really wide too. I don't want to get those drag lines we got on the last thing we just did. Yeah, that's like 1 inch folded. So that means like, this is way too wide. It's a facing. A bias armhole facing. It's too wide. For sure, that's too wide. Ugh. Trixie, you're in the way. Yeah, right, Mullen? Yeah, net, exactly, net, power net, or mesh or something. Or maybe like a wicking fabric that's next to skin that has some stretch in it. So you could actually make it a little smaller and use it to, because then if you made it a little smaller, it would compress, not compress, but you know what I mean, like it would be a little firmer fitting, and then that would also be closer to your body and the garment would hang free of it. I just want to see how the armhole binding is made. Fold it in half, and then you, wait, oh yeah, fold it in half. And then you, okay, and then what's the 1/2 inch seam? Oh, okay, that makes sense then. 1/2 inch seam, you put it on. What? What's left is, you'd have to trim that way down. Oh yeah, you have to trim it down. Okay, that makes sense. Because it goes completely to the inside. Let's do a fun print. I like the idea of a fun print. You could do a fun print in your bra too. That would be cute. So let's hold on to this. We always have this as a backup, which is great. I can't do another. You're right, Sydney. I do have a weird scrap left. Not enough to do another one at all. With bras or without bras. All right, let's see our pieces over here. Man, Trixie crowded me out here. All right, we have our bra here. Okay. And then we have our bodice. We have this face or neckband, neckband, and this neckband. There we go. We need some interfacing on our neckband. Right. I think that's the only pattern piece that fell. I got some power mesh this year, I think from Stitch Love Studio. It's great. It would actually be a really smooth surface, but what I find, I used it for a pair of shorts to wear under dresses. And my only thing about it is it's a little noisy when I walk. Like I can hear it, you know? Okay. I don't think we're going to need the instructions, but we'll just put them in there. We have all our pieces here. We can hang up our camisole. I never used to wear camisoles, except maybe occasionally under a sweater or something like that. Or under like a button down, just a little bit showing or something. I never wore them because I was just like, well, I can't wear a bra with it. And I just don't like it. Where the heck did the pattern hook go? It was right here. Where's my pattern hook? Here it is. And after I drafted those in March, I'm wearing them all the time. It's like, it's liberating. It's liberating to have a camisole. I don't know who designed the shelf bra and a camisole, but they forgot to make different sizes for different people, you know? All right, so you interface only one of these. I'm gonna be straight up with you. On this piece right here, this is gonna be the fiddly thing to sew. If you're using a fabric that's not as tightly woven as this cotton is, I'm going to suggest that you block fuse a piece of fabric and cut them out of the fabric, and I would do all pieces, or block fuse the pieces that you want interfaced. I'm saying that because this is a little fiddly, and what'll happen is if you fuse just one layer and the other layer isn't, the outer layer is fused and the inner layer isn't, they may be different in size when you go to sew it. So you don't mind seeing strap? Oh, there you go. That works. My straps are not pretty though. You know, like I just don't think they're very pretty. Okay. And you can always like fuse one and go, oh, maybe I should have done that. Like you can pair it to your other piece. Let's use the fabric here. This isn't a grain line. I don't know why I'm worried about it. Maybe we can fit that there. We can, look at that. Weird little scrap of tricot. Do that, and then we just need 2 of this. Make sure you get both if you're fusing. You could just use this fabric too, to be honest. Let me get this out of the way. I could, huh? Because we're all going to be bra making geniuses soon. I'm pretty excited. Like, I think that, you know, the guild has made me the most excited about making my own bra that I ever have been. So that's cool. You guys are really, I love how you're like, oh, I'm having, you know, I don't know, I'm having doubts about sewing this top. And then you all post like these gorgeous bras you've made. I'm like, wait, I've never done that. It's the only thing I've never, truly never made was a regular old bra that you wear day to day. I've made sports bras, I've made other things. Why do I keep doing that? I keep throwing fabric in my recycling bin. It's because my fabric bin's so full. All right, so we have these, and where's that pin? Let's go and fuse these right now. So we're completely ready for, well, Saturday. I'm not gonna be here tomorrow except in the guild, so. That is so cool. I love that, Julie. Lengthen the front face and the ogling it by inches and so, right? That's exactly it, Beverly. At home, I don't care, and it feels so good. I can't do it without a little support, though. But yeah, I totally agree with you. Hi, Aisha. How's it going? Yeah, your bra is definitely gorgeous, Julie. It's so exciting. Like, I love seeing what you guys are making. And I love the one that someone posted today. It looks like such a great, like, comfortable at-home type of thing I would totally wear. I never wear bralettes, but I would really like to have some bralettes. I probably wouldn't wear them like, I don't know, out and about, but I would just wear them on the weekends and stuff. Yeah, you will. I was just telling everyone, Aisha, how inspired I am by all of your guys' bras. I should make some incredible looking things. And she posted this amazing resource list if you want to try making a bra and where to start. And there's so many great things chiming in on that. I refer to that post now. I'm like, okay, I need to go get a muslin kit. If you're in the guild, that's in the lingerie lounge, which is just a free group to join. You also bought some bandeau bras to keep the jiggle at bay. I'm not gonna lie, Beverly, you've been a part of this channel for probably almost all 5 years, or close to it. Like soon after the Love to Sew interview, I feel like, no, it wasn't it wasn't after that, it was before that, because I feel like you were instrumental in getting me that interview on Love to Sew, whether you know it or not. Like, I just feel like you had something to do with that somehow. I don't know. I don't think I'd ever would have assumed you would have said the word jiggle in my chat. I love it. I know you guys in such a specific way. Let's see how these fared as far as shrinkage goes. Oh, they look really good. That's great. Yeah, I kind of figured this cotton would be fine because it's pretty tightly woven. That bra, the one that was posted today. Yeah, exactly, Aisha. That's why I was thinking like, oh, that could be kind of a bralette type of thing, you know? It looks like more supportive, but it was so cute. Okay, so the only thing left is, I don't have a camera over there, is finding some binding. So, I mean, let me just go pull a few for you guys. I have to wash them too. But I have a little green shelf here. I'll just pull all the greens. Maybe this stripe. It's kind of kooky. What would be, it would be orange would be the complement. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think the one the person posted today had wires, if that's what she means. It's only 12:10. Oops, did I just switch? No, I didn't. This hair is not... Yeah, exactly. Sahara with 2 A's or something, right? I'm going to zoom this in. But I have 2 configures up right now. There we go. Okay, so I should have brightened it up a little bit. I have a little bit left of this. Ooh, I love this one. This one looks really good with it. Look at that. Eh. I don't think I'm picking that. I don't know why. I'm so sick of that binding. I think that's part of it. Of this more of a multicolored one. And I pulled some oranges because I love green and orange together, but I don't know about these. I think that, and this one was the other one I picked. This one's a little more delicate. In person, this one I think looks better. This green is a little darker than, like, as far as it's like more saturated than it looks on camera. It's on your list to try. You just finished second try of the Primrose Dawn Annika, which is wireless, and I don't think it works for me. Oh, okay. I think Aisha only does wired so far, right? Let's do this one here. I like that. Really should try the Sahara. I prefer wireless. The one in the Guild is brilliant. Yeah, isn't it beautiful? Who posted that? Was that Tiffany? Ah, it wasn't. Was it Tiffany? No. You like both? Oh, okay. We just need 2 pieces this length. It's not going to be the same width, but that's okay. I don't use this kind of seam allowance. It wasn't Tiffany. Okay. All right, I'll wash this. It was Diane. Oh, okay, cool. And here's the guild. Oh, thanks. Yeah, thanks for putting a guild link. It's free to join. It's a community. You can post your makes, ask questions. But most of these guys are only spending their time in the live chat. I go in there and they talk about, it's pretty cool. I really like that you guys do that. I really do. I think it's so surprising. Yeah, I do. I think I do too, Aisha. Also, all my patterns are fitted for me wearing a wired bra. Yeah, home and dog walks. Me either, Mullen. The other day, I hadn't looked at the guild chat, the live chat. So the live chat is just people chatting in there, you know. There's not posting. There's just chats, and it just goes on. The other day, I was on my desktop here. It was right before a stream, and I opened the guild, or right before a workshop to get the link, and I looked at the number, and it was 2,198. I was like, oh. On my app, it just shows that 99 plus. So, yeah. The thing is, you don't have to keep up. That's what's great about it. You can talk about anything, and people will talk. So, all right, so I'll wash this. So if you want to use whatever binding you have, this right here is pre-made, obviously. It's 1 3/8 inch. I actually sell this on my website. It's 1 3/8 inch wide. I would pick that, or 1.5 inch wide. Honestly, when you're doing it as a facing though, 1 inch is enough. 2 inches is kind of a lot, because you don't really need to enclose the edge. You're not straddling the edge. You're using it as a facing. It's different than using it as binding. It's a facing. And so when you use it as a facing, you could do less, because you just need 1/4 inch seam allowance on each side. And we'll trim down our armhole. Maybe we should do that right now. We'll trim down our armhole to that seam allowance as well. And then that way we know we won't make any mistakes. Because in my armhole, if I used 1/4 inch and sewed my armhole 1/4 inch, that means the armhole would come out onto my arm, you know, another 1/4 inch. Sorry, I'm trying to remember the seam allowance. So, and the way I do that is I just take my ruler, make sure this pin's out of the way, and I'm just going to trim off a 1/4 inch seam allowance along this edge here. I'm going to eyeball it because I feel confident with that. Like that. So this one's done. Be methodical. That one's done. There's no way this doesn't hang. Am I being ridiculous? But like, let's look at it. So if this was on her, like, look. Maybe. And if I force it over to the side seam, right? And then this is going to gather over here. That's weird. Let's look. Let's see what the instruction says. Let's see here. I mean, the instructions are very wordy. Right? I don't read them. Okay, center front. Okay, we're not. Okay, here's the side seams. Pin the halter front, back, and halter back pieces with right sides together, aligning the raw edges and notches. Stitch the sides with a 1/2 inch seam back stitch. There's nothing there about it. I'm just gonna safely say a big nope to that boob shape there. I mean, if your boob is over here, right? Do a dress pattern from in-house patterns. I don't know them very well. I don't know this one either. So this is going to be gathered, right? You have to admit, it's already looking really cute, isn't it? I'm excited. But if I push that, like slide that's the side seam there, it just creates fullness here. You know, look at that wrinkle. I don't know. How about we can experiment on, does your boob not pull it round? I don't think so. Your boob doesn't know it's there. You know what I mean? The boob is not a sentient thing. It seems like it does seem like it has a mind of its own sometimes. Right, Mullen? I don't think I have enough fabric for another one. But let's just check it out. I do feel like it's, it's really interesting. And I could be completely wrong, so let's give it a shot. I am very wide because I had a reduction surgery, and you keep your width. So maybe on me, this will be a really great thing, right? I already trimmed this. Did I already trim this armhole? Did I already trim this armhole? Shoot. I don't even see the one I trimmed, like the little pieces. Nope, you don't have to ease it in. We checked that. I just read the instructions too, so it's, where's that 1/4 inch I just trimmed off, you guys? Like, I would think it would be right here on the ground, the bin. Yeah, it doesn't get eased in. Weird. All right, this is the little bra that I made. And I'm just gonna trim off the 1/4 inch off these. And then I'll compare this. It's this one. Let's compare the armhole. See if I trimmed it yet. Nope, I did not trim it yet. Cool. So right now I'm just trimming down my seam allowance of the armhole to use this binding width, that's all. I'm not modifying the pattern except to add a bra. So hopefully, I just, let's look at some pictures. Random thought. Hi, Mafio. Often, yes, I do. There's been a few times where I didn't. But almost all the time I do, Mafio. Because I don't know really what's going to happen with it, you know? So I figure, like, whoever wants it would want it to be pre-washed. But I do feel like sometimes, like, it makes the fabric look different than what they're selling. And I don't know if that can be a good thing because then you can see what it looks like. But it could also make it look lived in or used. You know? All right, let's look at the... is there a hashtag? I'll pull you guys up in a second and you can we can kind of look at this together. Computer, me and computer. All right. Let's see, I think right there is as far left as I can go. And then I'm gonna pop out the chat. What do who say about what? How are you doing, Mafio? Nice to see you. All right, let's see if there is a, oh, what did it say? Oh, they are so easy to work with. They're like, whatever. It's only been this year that they've said, hey, Saremy, if you want to keep any of the things you make, we'll let you pick out the fabric. And obviously then I would definitely pre-wash it. But they have samples in there hanging that I made, you know, years ago. So I imagine people can take them home or they can sell them. Is there no other reviews? Let's see. All right, let's look on like Sintra. Let's look at Instagram. That's my mom's painting right there. This is it? Me? And these? She doesn't have another... Huh. Okay, well, I'm already on there. Well, shoot. This is definitely... Do they have testers who've made it? I'm going to assume that on the smaller sizes, the bump is... Like, I'm not a big fan of this right here. You can see it right there a little tiny bit. Let's look at this little video. Oh, okay. Okay, well, let's go back to the Sintra listing, because I thought she had some pattern testers on the blog. Where's the... Oh, I'm on Hearts Fabric. Ugh. Let's go to... oh my gosh, I can't type. That we were on Hearts. They're not going to have... Here we go, blog posts. There it is. Her boob did not go over there. Her boob did not get the memo. Look at that linen, that's cute. Oh, it's not linen. Ooh, this fabric's cool. But see, look at that, under a cardigan. It's kind of cool looking. Oh, they did sweater knit. That's kind of cool. I was going to wear this sweater knit, this halter that I knit today. It's 105 though, even though it's a halter. She's playing tennis in hers. She made the interior bra shelf then, right? If she's playing tennis in her Sintra. Look at how loose and swingy it looks on her. Pattern testers. Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Okay, 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 okay. Same people. Don't see it there. I don't see it there. It's very, oh, she did the binding as binding. That's probably why hers is coming so high up. There, that might be, oh, is that her bra strap there? So maybe it covers your bra straps. This is it? 4 people? 5. Well, shoot, I was like ready to tuck in with some popcorn, but I guess not. Okay, well, let's do a poll. Oh, it goes to, how do I get rid of the pop-up? Would your boobs swing outward without a bra, Julie? Would they? Do they really need that kind of leash on them? How do I restore the, oh, restore chat. Oh my gosh, I knew it was really obvious. Okay, let's do a, okay, please restore my chat. There it is, okay. Let's do a poll, and we will know the results on Saturday. I'm just going to leave it. I'm like, did I really just ask that? I'm curious what you guys think. Like, am I being, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think it's going to be okay? No, 100%. I'm kind of hoping you guys are going to prove me wrong on this. Like, I think maybe I'm being narrow-minded here, but it's not in the right place. Do a mock-up. I mean, I pinned it on the form. We saw what it did. Think about that bump anywhere on your body. You want to see the bump in action? Let's see if that bump's going to get some action. Because I think it's going to be empty. I think it's going to be a little thing on the side. Hi, Diane. How's it going? Yeah. And I just don't think you need such a significant one. If you need that kind of shaping, I think you should go about it a different way. You'd be like, did you go down the rabbit hole, Sue? All right, so our question is, am I being a little overcautious because of this bump right here on the pattern? Like, this side seam, this is the armhole, and this is the side seam. Your boob's here, 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 here. It's over here. It's not there. And, you know, like if this were sewn into a side seam, you know, you're basically, like if I line it up along this thing, it's going to create a little this. I don't know. So I'm like, is it okay? Okay, so some of you do think it'll be okay. All right, I am being overcautious. That's what I want to hear, you know. I want to be open-minded about this. I want to see what happens. Yeah, it's basically an open dart. That's exactly what I said originally. I was like, why wouldn't you put a dart here? Because now what you've done is you've created the gap, right? So if you had a dart here, right, and you could create some shaping, like why wouldn't you just do that? I think that would be really nice. So, all right, well, let's hope I'm proven wrong. I know I can be a little, I don't know. I don't want to say judgmental, but I guess that would be judgmental. I don't want to be judgmental, but I am being judgmental. Maybe we'll find out that my boobs would really like to go over here. You know, it reminds me of that, that elephant. Do your ears hang low? Do they wobble to and fro? Can you tie them in a knot? Can you tie them in a bow? Can you throw them over your shoulder like a continental soldier? Is that what the words are? Do your ears hang low? On that note, I'm going to leave you guys, and I'll see you Saturday for sewing and experiments and boob bumps. Yeah. Have a good one. And some of you will see tomorrow in the skill building session in the guild. Yeah, I was hoping you said that. And one pattern, many ways. I have a really fun little demo for you. So I think it'll be a great, fun time. And I'll see you then. And otherwise, I will see you on Saturday